All right, folks, so hear me out. Because this is not a theory, not a claim. This is just a lens, a what if filter. So after 2024, everybody rushed to hand out neat little answers as to why Harris lost. Democrats said Harris lost because turnout dipped, the messaging wasn't perfect, economy, vibes, yada, yada, yada. Republicans said Trump won because destiny, God, and Kid Rock said so, and that's fucking good enough for them. And then both stories are adorable, but if you take the same facts, the same crowds, the same polling, the same weird statistical burps, and you run them through the lens of, okay, but what if something fucked up did happen? Suddenly stuff that made zero sense starts making a lot of sense. Again, I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying it's a useful lens. Like squinting at the world to see the pattern behind the wallpaper. Start with the Harris campaign itself. One of the big mainstream arguments for why she lost, she didn't have time. Biden bows out in July. That gave her 107 days to build a national presidential campaign from scratch. And that's insane. Unheard of, actually. And if you think about it, Trump ran for president even when he was the president. So that's like being asked to win America's Got Talent after missing auditions, rehearsals, and the first 2 live shows. Even her own advisors said that there was a price to be paid for that timeline. And yet, despite that tiny window, she pulled massive crowds. Stadiums. Lines around the block. Viral videos of 8-hour waits. Meanwhile, Trump's rallies, half-full arenas. Empty seats. People walking out mid-speech like he was doing a surprise TED Talk on tax code reform. I remember the cameras panning around. And it was just empty seats as far as the eye could see. His staff was literally moving people forward to fill dead space on camera. And then there were a slew of very unusual things straight from the orange horse's mouth. Like at a Christian conservative event in July 2024, Trump told attendees to get out and vote. Just this time, he continued, you won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know. What? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. Or in Detroit in 2024, when Trump stated, we don't need the votes. We got more votes than anybody's ever had. Or in 2023 in New Hampshire, when he told fans, you don't have to go vote. Don't worry about voting. We got plenty of votes. He fucking said this shit. You can find it. So back to Harris, how does the person with record-breaking physical turnout lose to the guy whose events look like somebody forgot to send the invitations? No wonder they had to stage that assassination attempt / photo op in Butler, Pennsylvania, but that's neither here nor there. Next, the voter data. Harris pulled historic first-time voter numbers. The kind of surge that normally flips elections in big, bright neon sign fashion, but this time didn't move the needle. That's weird. Like statistically weird. Then there are the endorsements. Now look, endorsements aren't votes. I get it. But in 2024, online influence was turnout. Harris had Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Zendaya, Billie Eilish, half of Hollywood and most of TikTok's top creators. Trump had Kid Rock, Scott Baio, and everyone's favorite political expert, Hulk fucking Hogan. God rest his racist soul. Not to mention that Tony Hinchcliffe fucking nonsense. Anyway, if influence is momentum and momentum boosts turnout, you'd expect at least some reflection of that in the results. Instead, the numbers behaved like the entire internet had no impact whatsoever. Now let's talk about polling. Trump's approval, historically low. Both terms. Both terms. It's extremely rare. Like statistical anomaly rare. For a candidate with numbers that low to win in a national election outright. It doesn't fucking add up. I mean, bowling a perfect 300 while wearing oven mitts rare. Then, the lawsuits. Wisconsin court challenges, North Carolina issues, Rockland County getting approval for discovery, DOJ suing North Carolina over voter roll problems. These aren't Reddit rumors. These are real legal processes happening in the daylight. Again, not proof of wrongdoing, but definitely not the vibe of an election where everything was perfect, now shut up and go home. And then let's talk about the fucking bots. Because half of MAGA's online strength is just code. automated accounts, bot farms, engagement bait spam networks. MAGA's online presence looks massive because a pretty sizable chunk of it isn't even human beings. So when people say the whole internet loves Trump, yeah, some of that internet is a server rack in Estonia posting the same 12 memes on a loop. Now let's put it all together. Record Harris rally crowds, record first-time voter turnout, unprecedented celebrity influence, Trump's low approval, Trump's weak rally attendance, active lawsuits and audits, suspicious bot amplification, a campaign with barely 3 months to exist, and suddenly the maybe something odd happened here filter, it fits the puzzle a little too well. Again, not claiming it. Just saying, if you look at the whole thing through this hypothetical lens, the weirdness becomes coherent. Meanwhile, Trump spent all 4 years of Biden's term screaming, rigged election. Now, this is classic projection behavior. And strategically, it's kind of genius. Evil genius, but kind of genius. Because if you scream rigged long enough, you make the other side terrified of ever using that word, even if they see smoke. It's like ruining the phrase before they ever had a chance to say it. So at the end of the day, the only honest, humble position is some of this doesn't add up. There are real anomalies. And asking questions is not a crime. Elections belong to us. And if we notice weird patterns, we deserve clarity. Whether that clarity says, yep, everything's fine, or yeah, something's off. No hysteria. No stop the steal tinfoil hat energy, no accusations, just curiosity. The maybe lens. Sometimes that's all it takes to see the shape behind the noise. You can think whatever you want, and my 2 cents aren't worth 2 pennies, but I don't think she lost.